Hi everyone, and welcome to my movie review of a movie called The Tribe. Now, I think I heard about this film a few weeks ago when I heard it was coming to the Frida Cinema in Santa Ana, a great art house theater, shows documentaries, foreign language movies, indie films, and some classics here and there. I didn't know much about this film before seeing it. I thought at one time that it was a horror movie, but, there's probably a movie out there called The Tribe that's a horror film, but this isn't a horror movie at all, though there are some horrific things that happen in this movie. This film is actually a movie from the Ukraine, and it is 100% sign language and no subtitles, and no one's talking. And I knew before watching it that it was a film about people who are deaf, use sign language. I knew that. But I had no idea until minutes before I saw the film that it was going to have no subtitles. So I was really worried. I'm like, would I understand this film? Would I get something out of it? Would it be interesting enough, even though I can't read sign? Would it be interesting enough to get me to care about what's going on and understand so I can actually enjoy this film? Again, no dialogue whatsoever in the entire film. Everyone's using sign language of some kind. I don't understand sign language at all. But hopefully this would be something interesting to talk about. So yeah, it's centered in the Ukraine. We get to know a group of kids, especially one kid who, of course, everybody's deaf in this movie, but we get to know a kid who is going to this deaf school. And once he gets there, he kind of makes friends somewhat, makes some girlfriends. But all of these kids, for the most part, the ones that we get to know, we get to see a little bit of the classroom, but for the most part, we get to see where they sleep and where they steal and where they rape and where there's sex and violence and mugging and the possibility of an abortion. The movie's handled so realistically that I forgot I was watching a movie. There are a total, I believe, of 34 shots in this movie. And what that means is that once the camera starts shooting, it doesn't stop shooting. It's one take until the scene is over, and then we move on to the next scene where it's one continuous take until that scene is over. And I think there's about 34 shots that are like that. It's handled realistically. There's no music to tell you how to feel. Again, there's no dialogue in the movie at all. So there's nothing to tell you that you're watching a movie, that this is fake. There are scenes that are quite horrific and shocking. That reminded me of another movie I saw many years ago in 2001 called Irreversible. I don't know if you've seen that movie. That's the movie that I thought was amazing, but I would never recommend that film. This is a film that I also think is incredible. It's amazing. It's near perfection. I don't know if I can recommend it to everyone in the audience. It's a film that's not for everyone. It definitely will test your patience because they're not talking at all. It's just sign language. So I would say, since I don't understand sign language and we got to understand the actions through what the characters do, I would say I understood about 80% of this movie. It felt at times like a silent film. And what I mean by that is that, yes, there are sounds in the film, there's sound effects, but since the characters don't talk, they're constantly using sign language, the movie's very quiet. It's a very quiet film, and you have to just try and hopefully, you might have, you have to really pay attention to the way their eyes are moving, or their facial expressions, or even where their hands are going, and where they actually go to kind of understand what's being told here. There's relationships, there's very tragic things that happen that the characters have to do. I always wonder, are these all kids that don't have their parents anymore? Where are the parents in the situation? Where are the teachers in this situation? There are so many scenes in this film where just the camera just stays there, and there's no cuts. We'll get a cut, as I said before, to the next scene, but there's no cuts in at all, and the camera will stay there. It'll capture it in real time, so you feel like you're watching something that is real. There are scenes, as I said before, of an abortion. I'm not going to go in detail, but I felt like, am I really watching a real abortion right now? It seems so real. I believe that the entire cast in this film are really deaf. That even makes it more realistic. There's explicit sex in the movie. I don't know if people really had sex in this film. It looks like they really had sex in this movie, just because the camera doesn't move or it doesn't get another shot. It's just like real. There you go. So a powerful film that I think people who really appreciate the art and craft of filmmaking and what film can actually do to make you feel like you're watching something completely real, it's for you. It's for that person in the audience. But if you're looking for something that is conventional and by the book and by the numbers, definitely you might want to stay away from this movie. But I absolutely love this film. It's an incredible film. Though now that I've seen it in this way, I would love to see it with subtitles, if that's ever going to happen. I would love to see the film in subtitles, just because I want to understand somewhat what they were talking about. I got the gist of what was going on, but it wasn't a clear idea, especially when they're having this huge dialogue scene and it's all signed. So I didn't understand, but I got the idea of what this film was doing. And at the very end, there's some very shocking things that really disturbed me. So I can't give this a solid recommendation to everyone. I will give it a solid recommendation just because I love the film, but I won't recommend it to everyone. So be cautious, do your homework, do your research. If this is something you're interested in seeing, make sure you have a lot of patience, because this is a one-of-a-kind experience. This might even be the first of its kind when it comes to this kind of movie, where it's dealing with an all-deaf cast. Extremely fascinating film, and I'm really glad I got to check it out in the theater and see it. I don't know if I'll ever see it again, but it's definitely one of the best films I've seen in 2015. And for that, I'm going to give The Tribe, I'm going to give the film 4 stars out of 4. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.